Today we will count down the most dangerous cities in the United States in 2023. Pew Research data shows only 41% of violent crimes and 33% of household property crimes are reported to authorities. Most violent and property crimes in the U.S. are not reported to police, and most of the crimes that are reported are not solved. It is important to note that the employment rate also plays a key factor for the crime rate in any place. We will start at number 10. Rockford, Illinois. Rockford, Illinois has a population of 147,919 and reported 1,469 violent crimes. That comes up to 9.93 violent crimes per 1,000 persons. Rockford is the second most dangerous metro area in Illinois and the fourth most dangerous in the Midwest. There were 2,566 violent crimes reported in Rockford in 2020, or 771 for every 100,000 people. Number 9. Springfield, Missouri. Springfield, Missouri has a population of 171,321 and reported 1,723 violent crimes. That is 10.06 violent crimes per 1,000 persons. As we move up the list, you will see a violent crime trend in the state of Missouri. Let's put that into perspective. In 2018, the United States violent crime rate per 100,000 residents was 380 compared to 502 for Missouri. Now take into consideration that that's one state compared to an entire country. Number 8. Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio has a population of 371,219 and reported 3,872 violent crimes. That is 10.43 violent crimes per 1,000 persons. Cleveland's crime rate is 5.5 times the Ohio state average and 4.3 times the national average. Cleveland suffers from mass poverty, a high unemployment rate, and problems stemming from the drug trade, all contributing to the city's crime rate. In addition, Cleveland has one of the highest murder rates in the nation, with residents having an overall 1 in 59 chance of becoming the victim of a violent crime. Number 7. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City, Missouri has a population of 512,582 and reported 5,420 violent crimes. That is 10.57 violent crimes per 1,000 people. According to KCPD records, as of November 23, 2022, Kansas City has had 151 homicides. There were 157 homicides in 2021 and a record 179 in 2020. In the last 3 years, KC has recorded the highest homicide totals in Kansas City history. Number 6. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri has a population of 295,932 and reported 3,202 violent crimes. That is 10.82 violent crimes per 1,000 people. St. Louis was crowned the murder city in the 90s. And as we see in 2023, there is still work to be done to clean up the city. Fast forward to today and St. Louis has the highest rate of police brutality. The St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department was responsible for more killings per capita than any other of the 100 largest police departments in the nation. St. Louis has many small neighborhoods that experience higher than average crime because of a history of segregation and inequality, otherwise known as redlining. It's important to note that crime rates are recorded on a per capita basis. Frequent crime in small neighborhoods translates to inflated crime rates. These inflated crime rates diminish St. Louis's overall safety rating but truly reflect hyperlocal crime unlikely to affect tourists. Number 5. Pueblo, Colorado. Pueblo, Colorado has a population of 113,287 and reported 1,343 violent crimes. That is 11.85 violent crimes per 1,000 persons. Violence in the Pueblo metro area is being driven by gang activity and firearms. There were over 200 shootings in the city proper in 2020, including 161 drive-by shootings and 4 gang-related homicides. As is often the case in metro areas with high rates of criminal violence, Pueblo is home to a disproportionately large share of residents facing severe financial hardship. The local poverty rate of 17.9% is considerably higher than the comparable 12.3% national rate. Number 4. Tacoma, Washington. Tacoma, Washington has a population of 221,112 and reported 2,649 violent crimes. That comes up to 11.98 violent crimes per 1,000 persons. Most of the violent crime in Tacoma is gang-related. For instance, in 2019 there were 108 drive-by shootings in Tacoma, Washington. Unfortunately, it may not only get worse, as the city of Tacoma disbanded their gang unit due to lack of resources. In 2022, violent crimes spiraled out of control as Tacoma recorded its deadliest homicide count on record at 35 deaths. Number 3. Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock, Arkansas has a population of 203,503 and reported 2,853 violent crimes. That comes up to 14 violent crimes per 1,000 persons. In 2021, Little Rock had recorded the second highest year of homicides at 65 and saw violent crime increased 17%. Terroristic acts, where someone shoots into a vehicle or house, have also gone up 38%. Number 2. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan has a population of 635,276 and reported 9,504 violent crimes. That is 14.96 violent crimes per 1,000 persons. In Detroit, murders rose 19% and aggravated assaults increased 22%. The city reported 328 murders, including non-negligent manslaughter, 676 rapes, 1,848 robberies and 11,518 aggravated assaults, according to FBI data. It's important to note that St. Louis is less than half the size of Detroit, with a population of 301,578, but with 263 murders in 2020 and more than 4,200 aggravated assaults, the city nearly matches Detroit in terms of violent crime for its size. And the number 1 most violent city in America per capita going into 2023 is Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee has a population of 632,040 and reported 11,171 violent crimes. That is 17.67 violent crimes per 1,000 persons. The homicide rate in Memphis dropped about 13% from 2021 to 2022, and there were still 302 homicides. Memphis set a record for murders in 2021, with 346 breaking the previous record of 332, set in 2020. According to FBI data, Memphis was the most violent metropolitan area in the United States in 2020 and has made it to the top once again to start 2023. The challenges facing Memphis are similar to those in other major cities, but more dramatic. It struggles with education, income inequality, racial disparities, and crime. To sum things up, data from World Population Reviews shows there is a direct correlation between poverty and crime. The only true solution to reduce overall crime is to reduce poverty, improve education, and eradicate racial disparities. This is easier said than done, and may not be obtainable in a country that continues to neglect the issues of the poor and disenfranchised individuals that are most likely to be minorities. This concludes our video. If you like videos like this, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.